Welcome to another edition of Beesler's Book Buzz. I'm Jeff Beesler, author of science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And let's just get right into it. Apparently, there's some news coming from Barnes& and Noble that their CEO has said that they will allow for AI written books to be sold inside their stores. So make of that what you will, but that's the biggest news that I've heard in the past 7 days. As far as anything else goes, really nothing much to speak up on the news front. Although yours truly has been invited to write a 10,000 word short story for an anthology, and that's going to be due in by the end of June. And I've already gotten about 1,500 words written into that, and it's going to be based in my Meta Misfits universe because the genre was not an issue. It's just like any genre as long as it pertains to the theme of the thoughts you're not supposed to hear inside your head or something like that. So I'm actually excited to write this one, and I'm gonna be working on that. I still got my editing to go on the final draft editing for Blobwoods versus the Interstellar Dad and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm working on that. I kind of want to give a couple shout outs here. One is for Candace Nola. She started following me on here on Substack, and I just read the short story that she posted yesterday, Rebirth. I don't know why I haven't been reading her sooner, honestly. She writes horror the way think I believe horror should do as far as in terms of what its job, what its purpose is, and that is to reflect. And what she wrote with Rebirth, eh, and I'm just not gonna. I don't want to give us away spoilers, obviously, but the, her theme that she focused on in that story had to do with consequences, and the idea that there are things that are way beyond our own personal selves and the big picture kind of thing. So I really enjoyed reading Rebirth, and Candace Nolan you need to like be reading more of her work, and I'm gonna, as soon as I can be able to, I will definitely be buying more of her work. Absolutely. She did a phenomenal job, and she runs a press I think called Uncomfortably Dark. So you definitely check her out. She's here on the Substack, like I said. And yeah, that's one of the shout outs I want to give out. There's another shout out I want to give out to James Allen McGettigan. He has just like really been really supportive uh, with my writing recently, and just he's like a almost like a little brother to me, honestly. And I really want to check out more of his stuff. And I did read his first book, Altered Moon, and I recommend that highly. It's military sci-fi. So yeah, his name is James Allen McGettigan. You can find it on Amazon, that sort of thing. But yeah, absolutely check him out too. Um, and excuse me. As far as anything else I have to talk about, well, I've been like trying to not like imposter syndrome get to me and doom scrolling, and I'm trying to focus on the writing, but past 24 hours, some news outside of the internet have come up, and I'm not going to delve into that too much, but I really, it's kind of like the thing that's giving me the kick in the gear that I need. And I'm not going to share details, like I said, but I definitely have renewed purpose. I definitely need to get my books out there more. I need to get them into bookstores. And so I appreciate every little bit of help that comes my way. So yeah, James Allen McGettigan has been phenomenal and supported me, and I cannot thank him enough. And I will just, you know, I will always appreciate the support. Now, that said, if any of you, were wondering ways you could support me, well, I definitely have audiobook codes. So for my science fiction, fantasy, and horror stories, there's like 10 different books that have these codes. So if you want to read an audiobook and that doesn't cost you, a penny, just let me know. Hit me up in the comments section. I will DM you. I will, mm, give you pass along the information you need to so you can redeem those codes because I'm sitting on near 500 codes, so I definitely can afford to pass them along. And I really want to pass them along. So if you like my work, if you want to support me in that way, by all means, please do. I mean, there's also, my books on jeffbeeslerbooks.com, all lowercase. Uh, you can go there. There's links to a couple sites where you can find my books. And also, if you have the Hoopla app, some of my books are actually on the Hoopla app. If your library has the Hoopla app, I know that the San Francisco Public Library is like a big one because it always comes up in my search results. I Google my name all the time. You know, I scroll past the AI overview and whatnot, but I actually see uh, some of the places that offer my books, and right now the San Francisco Public Library has like three of my books on the Hoopla. The biggest one of them all being Blobwoids versus Mages. So yeah, if you are in San Francisco, if you know you got a library card and you go to the website Hoopla, you can download my books for free through the Hoopla app, and I actually get a little bit of royalties from that. So every little bit helps. So I appreciate everybody supporting me, and I'm gonna keep on, going through this writing journey and not stopping. I mean, I have my moments where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can just keep on doing this, but I'm in it for the long haul, and the support of people like James, it just means the world to me. So, and I'm building up more connections with more people, and more people are coming in my fold. I've noticed a few more people liking my posts and stuff like that on, especially in the past 24 hours here on the Substack. So I'm really excited to, keep on pressing on, And it's so easy to get discouraged as a writer. So easy. All you have to do is just read newspaper headlines and that sort of thing. You hear about AI, in bookstores, which I, start this whole segment off with, and it can get you down. But as long as you have your joy, as long as you love what you're doing and keep doing at it, great things will come along. Persistence does pay off, and it may not come quite necessarily in the way you think will, but like getting that invite to that anthology, that had everything to do with persistence. So yeah, yeah, imposter syndrome and go away. Persistence, yay! So kind of like the tired, wired kind of thing I got going on there. So yeah, so this has been episode number 8 of the Beesler's Book Buzz. I will be back next week. Tuesdays is when I air these. So yeah, I will work on getting more book reviews going here, that sort of thing. I didn't really have one this week, though, but I'm still working on Terrified. I will get around to finishing Terrified. I promise you that. But I, I, yeah. I will just finish it. So, anyhow, thanks for stopping by, everybody. This has been great. I can't thank everybody enough for supporting me. You guys are awesome. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to be a part of this community. And I will do whatever I can to help. You know, pay it forward. So, all right. So that's it for today. I will see you again next week, and may or may not have like another written post later on in the week, depending on how things go. I'm trying to, post twice a week. That's my ultimate goal. Like the Tuesday, definitely the video day, because I'm becoming very comfortable with that. This, episode number 8 of the Beesler's Book Buds. But yeah, I want to do like another day of the week where I have a written post, go from there. So Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye bye.